So I'm here with Dane Eldridge, CEO and founder of 4mation. Hi Dane.
Morning, Sacha.
Today we're going to talk about ways in which we engage with developers. So Dane, can you give me some reasons why it's much better to get a developer in earlier in the process?
Yeah, so I think there's a bunch of reasons. One of them is just that both the business and developers have unique information and knowledge. So both parties have a really important part to play in the planning of those solutions, and the earlier you can get those two parties together and sharing information and collaborating on the solution, the better. I think the other advantage is that you get a more committed development team as well. So a team that genuinely understands the underlying drivers of the project is going to be able to make better decisions along the way and just be a bit more committed to the outcomes of the project.
And can you give us some examples of how our team has solved issues earlier in the process?
Yeah, so I guess there's a bunch of clients that we do that for, but one in particular that comes to mind was a electronic signing platform that we were integrating with an existing system, and because our developers were involved early, they were able to build a really low-cost prototype, which discovered a bunch of constraints that the client wasn't aware of, and that enabled them to then plan a better solution that was actually going to work and set them up for long-term success. So in those sort of instances, it's super valuable to have devs involved early on.
And what about when I see a lot the clients come to us earlier in the piece and they've got a solution already mapped out? How can we help in that sort of situation?
Yeah, so that can be fine. It depends on, I guess, how well thought through that solution is. But yeah, again, examples come to mind where clients will design a full solution, put it out to tender just to get a cost. And if you just get that cost, you're often limiting the value you're going to get out of that project. So if developers can, like ourselves, can come in and ask questions, understand again what are those core drivers of what's going to make this project a success, and then maybe be able to identify other ways, whether it's better user flows, better systems they can integrate with, or just more effective system architecture. All of those things can make a massive difference.
Yeah, and I think other departments sometimes find it really difficult to engage with developers. Do you think other departments are aware of the value a developer can bring?
I think, I think generally business departments are aware that developers can be super valuable and do some really cool stuff. But I think a lot of departments will constrain the value they get by designing the entire solution and then giving it to a developer and saying, hey, build this. And they will still get value from that. But the best teams tend to have a really collaborative relationship between developers and business units, and that's why those cross-functional agile teams working really in concert with business units is where the best value tends to come from.
Well, thanks, Dane. If you have any questions for us, please feel free to pop them in the chat below. And look out for more videos with us further in the future.